Imagine being a small, nascent community, recently migrated, still under threat, barely equipped, and facing one of the strongest powers of your time. That's exactly what happened in the year 2 Hijri on 17th Ramadan, at the battle known as the Battle of Badr. This wasn't just a battle, it was a test, a turning point, a moment that reshaped early Islamic history. Before Badr, the world was very different. The tribe of Quraysh dominated Mecca. They controlled trade. They held immense social and political power across the peninsula. When the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, began preaching monotheism,
There is no God but God, and Muhammad is the messenger of God.
justice, and end to idol worship, that challenged the existing system. Muslims in Mecca faced persecution. Many migrated to Medina. There they established a community, but all the while the Quraysh remained hostile. So by the time of Badr, you have a small Muslim community in Medina, vulnerable with limited resources, and a dominant Quraysh force that sees its power challenged. The battle was fought in the month of Ramadan on the 17th of that month. That alone added a spiritual dimension to what otherwise might have been a typical tribal confrontation. What caused Badr? Several converging factors. First, economic and social pressure. The Quraysh feared the new message in Medina, feared the shifting alliances and trade routes. Second, the Muslims themselves had been blocked economically by the Quraysh. Their caravans attacked, their trade hindered, so survival became an issue. The Prophet permitted Muslims to defend themselves. They decided to intercept a Quraysh caravan as a part of this dynamic. The Quraysh, in turn, mobilized a large army to stop that. In short, it wasn't just about land or revenge. It was about faith, survival, and the future of an emerging community. When Abu Sufyan, who was leading the Quraysh trade caravan, learned of the Muslim plan to intercept it, he immediately changed course. Instead of taking the usual route past Medina, he diverted the caravan westward, taking a longer coastal path to avoid the Muslims entirely.
The caravan is safe. So there is no need to fight.
At the same time, Abu Sufyan sent a swift messenger to Mecca, warning that the caravan was in danger and calling for reinforcements. In response, Amr ibn Hisham, better known as Abu Jahl, rallied an army of nearly 1,000 Quraysh fighters.
We finish them tomorrow. We fight!
Well armed and confident, they marched toward Badr and encamped near the sand dunes of Al-Udwatul Quswa, determined to crush the Muslims once and for all. Here's where the drama truly begins. The Muslims, about 313 men, only 2 horses, 70 camels, lightly armed. On the other side, the Quraysh, over 1,000 soldiers, 200 cavalry, hundreds of camels, well equipped. Imagine, you're varying the odds by more than 3 to 1, maybe more. Yet, you step into the field. That tells you something about what this was really about. Leadership mattered here. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was physically present, along with key companions, Abu Bakr, Umar ibn al-Khattab, Ali ibn Abi Talib, Saad bin Muad, and others radiyallahu anhu. As dawn broke over the valley of Badr, the Muslims made a key strategic move. They occupied the wells of Badr. By doing so, they controlled water access, a powerful advantage in desert warfare. The Quraysh arrived expecting to use that water and to force engage the Muslims, but found themselves already under a disadvantage. Battle in the Arabian context often began with single combat duels before the full armies clashed. And here too, that tradition played out. Ali, Hamza, and Ubaidah ibn al-Haris radiyallahu anhu. They faced 3 warriors of the Quraysh. Ali and Hamza swiftly overcame their opponents. Ubaidah, though wounded, fought valiantly, helped by his companions. This duel did more than set the stage. It boosted morale and solidified the resolve of the Muslim fighters. It signaled, "We are here. We are not backing down." Then the full battle erupted. Once the armies clashed, the disparity in numbers was obvious. But then something happened. The Muslims held firm, trusting in Allah, and the Quraysh were shaken. The Quran records this moment. Indeed, Allah helped you at Badr when you were weak. So fear Allah. Perhaps you will be grateful. According to tradition, angels were sent to assist the Muslim side, striking fear into the hearts of the Quraysh. The tide began to turn. Key leaders among the Quraysh, including a major enemy of Islam, Abu Jahl, were killed. The morale of the enemy collapsed. The Muslim victory was decisive. How did the underdog win? Several factors. Faith over numbers. They believed what they were fighting for mattered more than the odds. Leadership and strategy. The Prophet's decision mattered, well-controlled positioning, etc. Supplication and spiritual resolve.
There is only one God, and Muhammad is his messenger.
They sought Allah's help and believed in it. Resilience. They stood firm despite what looked like insurmountable odds. Divine support. The believers interpreted the intervention of angels as a sign of Allah's commitment. The victory at Badr did more than win a battle. It transformed the Muslim community's status. They went from being a small, threatened group in Medina to a force respected and feared across Arabia. The pride of Quraysh was shattered, and they vowed revenge, setting the stage for more conflicts like the Battle of Uhud. In the Muslim community, morale soared. The victories solidified trust in the leadership of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and in the principles of faith, unity, and perseverance. So why do we talk about Badr today, more than 1400 years later? Because the lessons endure. It showed that success isn't just about numbers. Meaning, purpose, conviction matter. Leadership and wise decisions, even in small scale, can change outcomes. Unity and faithful perseverance matter when you're facing tough odds. And for believers, the idea that divine support comes when you stand for what's right is a powerful memory. The battle was a milestone. It turned the direction of early Islamic history. It became a reference point for courage, faith, and victory against the odds. On 17th Ramadan, in the valley of Badr, a small, determined community made history. They demonstrated that with faith, unity, and the right leadership, even mighty opposition can be overcome. The Battle of Badr wasn't just a physical contest, it was a spiritual moment, a turning point, a foundation for what came next. Thanks for watching.